The pressures that you have every single day can wear on you and tear on you. So get some mentors, chat, take a look at your health, remind yourself why you're in that business, keep yourself motivated with that. Focus on the impact that you're having every day. So look as failures and setbacks is something that you can learn from. It takes time to do that, and if you've got a mindset that if everything goes wrong, you're just going to give up. Welcome to the Standby Generator Podcast, brought to you by Power Alliance. I'm your host, Jim Swetman. Together, we will dive into the world of the standby power business, offering expert insights, industry trends, and actionable strategies to help you grow and scale your generator business. Whether you're looking to optimize your operations, increase profitability, or stay ahead of the curve, this podcast is your go-to resource. So grab a seat and let's power up your business for success. Hello, and thank you for joining this week's Standby Generator Podcast. I'm your host, Jim Swetman, and this week we're going to be talking about how to stay motivated as a business owner. I think this is very relevant to owners out there that are either at the point that they think that they've reached their peak and they've gone as far as they can go, or they're just getting beaten down, and every day they turn around and they're trying to deal with problems. So I want to talk about this week about how to stay motivated as the owner of a company, or it can really be anybody in a senior executive position. And these are notes that I've taken that have happened to me. As you may or may not know, I owned a standby power business up here in upstate New York for 20 years. So, it was easy to be motivated when you had to make the sales, when you were just getting started with your company and you had to make those sales in order to make payroll, and you had to make those sales in order to pay your vendors. That was kind of the motivation. But what happens to you as an owner when you've reached, say, a point where you think that you're where you want to be? You may be doing $7, $8, $10 million in sales and revenue, and you're making a good profit, and you come in every day and you just aren't motivated. You just don't know what to do. So here are a couple of ideas that I had to keep myself motivated on some of my thoughts that I had when I owned a business. The first thing that I always did was to reconnect with the core purpose of why you started a company, and to remind yourself why, and reflect on, some of the original reasons of why you started your company. Mine was because I wanted to help people. I wanted to be in a business where I was helping people when they were the most vulnerable. And I saw the standby power business as being one of the check marks in making that happen. Obviously, I was kind of magnetized towards it because it was electrical. My background is electrical, and I saw this as a great way of helping people. And of course, if it turned out a way to make money, and of course, it worked out very well for me. So I would have to say reconnect of the core reason why you started your company, and kind of stay motivated with that. Say, you know what, I'm built this company to help people. I've helped out, depending, of course, on the size of your business. I've helped out hundreds or maybe thousands. For me, it was thousands and thousands of customers. And I knew that when the power went out, that there were thousands of people relying on the company that I had built to take care of them and their family. So that was kind of the one thing that kind of kept me motivated as far as that, and the impact that you have on that. So you need to, shift your perspective from just not profit to the positive difference that you make and the work that you make to people. I think once you look at that and the contributions you make either to the community because your business is successful and you're helping out the community, or just the business you're in, it is a community oriented business that you have. So the first thing is I always reconnected to the core purpose of why I'm here. Another thing that I did is, you know, setting, achievable goals, right? I always wanted to make sure that once I got to the point of being successful is, set and track clear goals, create effective routines, and embrace growth and mindset. So rather than seeing setbacks as failures, view them as learning opportunities. So, one of the things that I was really good at is I was resilient, adaptable mindset that helps you bounce back from challenges with new insights and motivation. I was the kind of guy when I got beat down, I was the kind of guy that said to my little brain and my little head that everybody has something that talks to them in their head. Mine was, I'm not going to let this beat me. I am bigger than this. You know what? I learned a lesson from that. That was pretty stupid that I did that, and I'm going to take that as a motivation to make it better. I did that 90% of the time. Sometimes things happen that they just bring you down, and there's just nothing that you can do about it. Most of them were, of course, things that were out of your control, but the way that you handle things out of your control makes you a better person as well. So it was always, I had a very good attitude and a very strong attitude that I didn't let things get me so down that I just wanted to give up. Um, so, those are the things that kept me motivated. So look as failures as and setbacks is something that you can learn from. It takes time to do that. And if you've got a mindset that if everything goes wrong, you're just going to give up, well, you know what? You should either look at selling your business or handing it over or just giving up and just walking away because you know what? Welcome to life. Welcome to life of being a business owner and having issues like that. This episode of the Standby Generator podcast is proudly presented by Power Alliance, the only mastermind community built specifically for standby generator dealers. At Power Alliance, we believe growth happens faster when you're connected. That's why we bring together like-minded dealers across the country to share real-world insights, solve challenges, and accelerate business success together. From streamlining operations to scaling your service division, Power Alliance gives you the tools, support, and community to take your business to the next level. Learn more and join the movement at www.poweralliance.com. Another thing that I found that keep me motivated is I got distracted a lot. There was a lot of distractions that I had. Identify your biggest distractions, like the phone notifications, and create boundaries to stay focused. Dedicate specific work hours and avoid working, and hours that you didn't want to. If you're the business owner and you've got a successful company that's going on, come in at 10 o'clock, work from 10 to 2. Keep that motivated in there. People understand around you. If you've built it, you've been in business for 10, 15, 20 years and you've built this thing, people will understand what you have going on. To me, when you came in at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock, and you did a half hour's worth of work getting the boys started out on the road, saying hi to the guys in the morning before they went out and did their maintenance visits, and then pretty much you had nothing to do for 2 or 3 hours. That gets you bored. You want to keep things going with that. So you don't want to be there as feeling you have to be there for 10 or 12 hours a day. Get in there, be strong, show leadership to your team, but that doesn't mean you have to be there 8 to 10 hours a day. That was just some of the things that drew me down. Another thing is, again, these are just my ideas and my thoughts that I had to keep me motivated is, you know what? I found some mentors. Find somebody that has experience in your industry to provide valuable advice and guidance. Um, Power Alliance was not around when I owned a standby power business, but I was able to talk to other business owners. Quite frankly, I wish I was able to talk to specific generator power dealers, and I could talk to specific items that I was having wrong in my company to my business. I'd love to be able to do that. But there was nobody around to do that, but I was able to talk to business owners to help me mentor through some of this stuff. And they can be friends, but you want to be careful sharing specific business information with friends. If they're a business associate of yours or somebody that you can truly trust, because you really don't want to give dirt to somebody. It always has a tendency to go to the wife and circle around, and it doesn't work out very well at all. Um, Also, again, these are just things that I'm thinking of here. It's balance, right? Work-life balance. If you lost motivation for your business owners, establish clear boundaries between your work and personal life. Delegate tasks that don't bring you joy to free up time and energy that truly does. Right? So, if you like to drive high performance vehicles like I do, make it a priority and schedule your time to make that happen. If you like to go boating, if you like to play golf, I like to play golf. You know what? Schedule time to play golf and get that happen. Have a balance there. Don't feel as though you have to come in every day and you have to physically be there every day. So schedule some downtime, regular breaks throughout the day too. Don't feel as though you have to sit at your desk and be bored and look through Google all the time and look through YouTube and watch Fox News all day long or CNN or whatever you watch. You want to make sure that you schedule some downtime. And lastly, what I think is extremely important to stay motivated is maintain your health. Proper sleep, nutrition, regular exercise. You know what? When you're sitting there and you're feeling horrible because you're maybe a little heavy that you are, you've been to the doctor and he's scheduled you to take your medication pills and you don't. Well, you know what? That's all on you. The reason why you're feeling probably like you are is it's all self-inflicted. So make sure you have good health. Get out there. Now, you may not want to join a club, but get involved with something that, that keeps you going. Maybe do some work around the house. Say that you are getting your lawn cut every week and you're home watching him cut your lawn. Well, why not buy a $200 lawnmower and go out and cut the lawn and keep busy doing that? There are little things that you can do to keep yourself motivated when you're owning a business. Now, it is extremely difficult owning a business. The pressures that you have every single day can wear on you and tear on you. So get some mentors, chat, take a look at your health, remind yourself why you're in that business, keep yourself motivated with that, focus on the impact that you're having every day. And I think with just some of those little thoughts right there, you can remain motivated in your business. Anything else? That's it. This is Jim Swetman. Just a little quick podcast here on keeping motivated. Like I said, I talked to standby power dealers throughout the country, and this has come up the last couple times here in the last couple months. So I thought I'd just do a quick podcast on that. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Again, my name is Jim Swetman, and thank you for joining this week's Standby Generator Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Standby Generator Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share. For more resources, tips, and to connect with other like-minded professionals, visit us at poweralliance.com or visit our social media pages. Until next time, keep powering up your business.